Ready. 60 yards.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Delta.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara.
Pull it together.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there right off the bat. Give him 52 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Down. 10. Touchdown. Neutral. Hooker.
Watch the twist.
Play fake. Bridgewater. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now this one complete to Smith. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go with Kamara. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night.
Lock in.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Trubisky back into his end zone. And he completes it to Cohen. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Trubisky to throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Trubisky's throw into the hands of Burton. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They go play action. Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And the pressure gets to him again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. First down, a run with Cohen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Let's go, baby.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. It's brought in by Harris. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
87's me. 87's me. Ready? Mike 7.
To throw, Bridgewater. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is.
That's caught inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Watch the safety creep.
Edwards now on first and 10. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Hey, Delta.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we're going to get a timeout.
We got this.
With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Sheldon Rankins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
You got to be ready.
Now it's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now it's Trubisky going deep this time for Miller. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into third and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. They'll run on first down. Cohen. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's third and short. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed.
Now a hit and a loose football. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a...
There he goes right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen. Touchdown number 18 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll try the left side. Moss, he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 15. It's a big play there for the Saints. 48 yards. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
14 yards into Chicago, first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Lock in, lock in.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Trickstone, travel.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Pilot, 64, weak. Move.
They go play action with Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game.
Yeah, that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. As the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. Shifts by him. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get in the weight room. Check.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. That one covers 29 yards. First down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Bridgewater. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
They can't stop you, son.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Point after, right down the middle. Back now here live in New Orleans, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 31.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Here we go.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Let's go, baby.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cohen. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Here's Trubisky. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Here's Bridgewater.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Bridgewater to throw. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Eddie Goldman with a sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10.
Get that quarterback. Sponge. No. Quick that.
Great stone. Drive on.
Rush in.
Now Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Right there. All day, baby.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them.